You need to relax, Rune murmured as she glanced at Kit's latest text. It was the third he had sent in 30 minutes, each more urgent than the last. She didn't bother responding. Kit was a worrywart. Besides, all would be forgiven when he saw their haul. She closed the safe and gave the dial a quick spin, watching as the numbers dissolved into a quivering white halo. She waited for the digits to reappear before turning to scan the luxury suite one last time. Her lips curled in a satisfied smile. Everything was as it should be. The iridescent silk cushions and polished teak furnishings were exactly as she found them when she arrived. The bed was made, the bathroom towels undisturbed. The only sign of her presence was the room service tray outside the door. The mid-job pick-me-up was an indulgence, to be sure, but Rune forgave herself the small transgression. After all, the Mandarin Oriental was renowned for its fine dining, and it would have been a shame to miss out. The room's rightful guest, an American gemstone trafficker named Charles Lemaire, would undoubtedly notice the tray, but Rune was willing to bet he would dismiss it as a housekeeping hiccup or otherwise explain it away. She had learned long ago that making excuses was one of the things people did best, no matter the circumstances. By the time the American put two and two together, she would be long gone. And so would his blood rubies. Rune fixed her gaze on the sun as it disappeared over the Taopia River, 16 stories below. She was, by any conceivable measure, unusual. An arresting synthesis of her Asian and white parents. Her cheekbones were high, her lips the color of Bing cherries, her signature shade. She kept her dark hair sheared almost to the scalp, with a chevron pattern etched at the nape of her neck. To say that her hazel eyes were the size of an anime character's was only a slight exaggeration. She stepped closer to the window, her golden skin taking on an even warmer hue under the variegated shades of orange and purple streaking the smog-filled sky. She closed her eyes and let her mind float to a different time, a darker time, when freedom was just a word on a page. A pained expression crossed her face, only to fade an instant later. Those days were long past. She was in control now. 911. The phone buzzing in Rune's hand jerked her back to the present. The American was on his way up. It was her cue to move. She grabbed her motorcycle helmet from the coffee table and slipped it on before stepping into the well-lit hallway. A uniformed maid pushing a cart of soiled linens shot her a curious look just as she closed the door. Rune lowered her tinted visor and made her way to the bank of elevators, her sneaker-clad feet gliding silently over the marble floor. She passed a middle-aged blonde couple on the way, both looking worse for wear after long hours of sightseeing.